there. So today I'm going to show you how to make butter chicken, but I'm also going to show you how to save a little bit of money on your grocery bill. Because as we all know, in today's day and age, especially in Canada and the US, things have become incredibly expensive and life is just not affordable anymore. So without further ado, let's have a look at how I save a little bit in groceries and do the butter chicken. Okay, so I've just gone onto Superstore to go see what I can get. I find Real Canadian Superstore really does save me money because for the average Joe who earns every 2 weeks, to buy in bulk can end up costing too much in 1 month unless you've really budgeted for that. So for me, we don't budget ahead, so we're just gonna go and buy every 2 weeks worth of groceries. And what I've done is I've just done the meal that we're going to do today. So I've bought some chicken breasts. And these chicken breasts, I'll show you a quick view. Oops. A quick view of these chicken breasts. It's $15 for each, but there's 4 breasts in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save and freeze 2 of them and just use 2 for the butter chicken. I don't need to use 4 chicken breasts if there's 4 people eating, because when you shred it, you increase the volume. So we're just gonna get 2 of these, so that's gonna be $7.50, right? And then we're gonna, oops, what's going on here? Then I'm buying some onions, and what I'm doing is I'm buying a bag of onions for $2.39 each. And now there's usually around about 10. There's usually around about, that's my cell phone. I love it when people jump, but there's different sounds. All right, so there's usually about 10 onions in this bag for $2.39. So let's just see. I will show you on the calculator. So we just work it out, 2.39 divided by 10. It's going to be about 23 cents, right? You should know this if you can do basic math. So it's $7.50 and there's about 23 cents per onion that we're gonna do. And I find that you don't need a big onion. You can just use one of the smaller onions. It's fine. It's all about the taste and the flavor. You can add 2 onions into the mix, which will then make it 46 cents. But that's okay. You know, whatever you want to do. Then the other thing is whipping cream. Now I use whipping cream quite a lot, so I've got it here for $6.19 each. That's it's just 946 milliliters of whipping cream, and it's 65 cents per 100 milliliters. Now what we need is we need 250 milliliters, which is a cup of whipping cream. So that is going to work out to 100 and, like I said, $1.70. So for the whipping cream, we're paying $1.70. So altogether for this meal, we are literally, oh, there's one more thing. We need to get pasta sauce. Now they're out of the no-name brand pasta sauce. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna search for it, no-name pasta sauce. I find the no-name brands are cheaper, and so you end up saving some money. It doesn't always taste the same, but they're pretty good. So the original no-name brand pasta sauce, that is what I use, is $1.79. So we're gonna add the $1.79 into that for the whole butter chicken meal. And so let's work out the total cost of the butter chicken meal that we're gonna be doing. So we are looking at $7.50 for the chicken. We are looking at 23 cents for the onion. We are looking at $1.70 for the whipping cream, and then we're looking at $1.79 for the pasta sauce. That's $11.22. That is for the entire meal for a family of 4. That is not bad. So that works out to $2.80 for the meal per person. Now, the standard things that you have to have is garlic, So I use crushed garlic because I can keep it in the fridge, and then some ginger and some spices. And those are just things that you keep on filling up in your grocery order as you run out. So I didn't need to buy that this time around because I still have quite a lot of spices left. So we're not going to add that to the order. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the meal. So this first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up this onion, and we are going to saute it in the slow cooker. And for sauteing an onion, what you want to do is use about 3 tablespoons of butter. I am going to eyeball because I'm lazy. So I'm going to eyeball. The first thing we do is we put our slow cooker onto saute and start. And I'm going to take some butter. I usually just cut a thin slice. So I'm going to do that. Cut a thin slice like this. I'm going to put it in the slow cooker. 2 thin slices. 2 thin slices. This is Superstore butter, no-name butter I bought from Superstore. It is cheap and easy to buy, the cheapest butter around. Once my butter is melted, I'm going to pop my onion into the slow cooker and just saute the onion along with some garlic and some ginger. So the garlic and the ginger that I'm using is from Superstore. It is the no-name brand. It's stuff you can keep in the fridge so your veggies don't go off, and so I'm going to use that. Alright, I think that's warm enough. So we're going to add the onion. Along with the onion, I'm just going to saute the garlic and the ginger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use about 3 heaped teaspoons of the garlic. I don't want to overdo it. 3 heaped teaspoons would be fine. And then of the ginger, I am going to use about 1 heaped teaspoon, like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to saute this until it's soft, and then I'm going to add some spices to it and the chicken. Just quickly, saving money in Canada has really become a very, very important thing to do. So as I show you frugal meals, if you like my channel, please like it. Push the like button. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can get more viewers and help other people too. So the sauteing is well on its way. I've got a can of Superstore original pasta sauce, which I am going to add to this mixture. So I'm just going to open it with my can opener. And while that is opening, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons masala. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon of chili powder. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Make that a little bit more, as it was a very flat teaspoon. Not tablespoons, teaspoons. And I'm just going to mix them up properly. Oh, my can opener is done. This is a great can opener. If you want something like this, I'll put a link in the description to one on Amazon. This is a battery operated can opener, which is fantastic to use. There we go. I've also added half a teaspoon of chili powder into this. And I need to add a little bit of paprika, also just half a teaspoon of paprika. And then what I'm going to do while it's still on saute is I'm going to add the pasta sauce to the mix and just mix it up properly. The spices now give it this orangey texture. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my 2 chicken breasts into it, which I will shred up later. So I'm going to add my 1 chicken breast, my 2nd chicken breast. What I want to do is I want to make sure that it's covered thoroughly. And we will just put this on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slow cook it on high for about 3 to 4 hours. So I originally made this video. I had to re-edit it because I originally made this video. And then my husband said to me, "You're brand bashing." And I said to him, "Well, I'm not brand bashing." But then he said to me, "Yeah, you are." So he didn't want me doing that. So I'm just going to show you how I make applesauce and applesauce pouches. Similar to the pouches you can buy in the store, but I'm using my own pouches, which is recyclable and reusable. And I'm just buying the no-name applesauce, which is what I'm going to show you now. So I buy this one over here, and it's $3. It's 48 cents per 100 milliliters, and I can make 6 pouches out of this. And the pouches are 90 milliliters each. I make 6 pouches out of it, and so I pay $3 for 6 pouches, which I think is really good. And if you end up buying a lot of pouches, then you end up saving a lot, because every $2 or $3 that you save, not $2 or $3, but every dollar or two that you save on pouches ends up being quite a bit at the end if you buy a lot of them. So without further ado, let's have a look at how I made them. So I bought this one from Superstore for $3, and I have these guys. They are super cute. They have a lid that opens at the top where you can suck out the applesauce, and at the bottom you can put in the applesauce and it goes in, right? And then over here you even get funky lids that you can use if you're worried that your kids are going to throw away these lids. So we're going to fill these, and it's going to end up being cheaper. I've used these for years. They are cute and they have different shapes. And my kids love them, even to this day. So let's go ahead and fill it. I've got this one. So I'm going to close it up. I'm going to make sure that it's closed before I fill it. And then I'm going to put it over here and open it up. Let's open up the applesauce. We're going to add 5 spoonsful to each one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this honestly is enough. That closes pretty well. I could probably add 6. Let's add 6. So 6 spoonfuls. And then I'm just going to zip it up like so. And there's my applesauce for the kiddos. Yummy. It's 5 Oz. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the others. Of course, if the one wants yellow, the other one wants yellow too. So we'll start with the yellow color. 1, 2. While I'm showing you how I did this, I have to add that these little pouches are super cool because they can go through the dishwasher
and they come out fine, they don't melt, and it's really easy just to, at the end of the day, take it out of the lunchbox, pop it in the dishwasher, and it's ready for the next morning. So you just rinse it out and you pop it in the dishwasher. And there you go. I have 6 applesauce bottles that I paid $3 for, so I've saved. And what I'm not going to use, I'm going to put in the freezer until tomorrow. I will take it the night before and then pack it in their school lunches. A great way to save a little bit of money, and as we always say, every little cent helps. My grandfather used to say, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. So in today's terms in Canada, look after the cents and the dollars will look after themselves. So if you do this on your grocery bill, you will already start saving, and every little bit really does help. All right, so we're gonna check out. It's been 4 hours and 20 minutes, a little longer than usual. I'm gonna take off all the sauce. And what I'm gonna do now is just shred up the chicken. At this rate, I may not have to shred up anything. Look at how it's falling apart. So I'm just gonna shred it up and put it back and finish off the recipe. Oh. Wow. Definitely some really soft chicken in there. So we're just gonna shred it up quickly. There is definitely no problem shredding this up. And what we do is we just put it back in. Look at that. And the recipe calls for some cream, so I'm going to add some cream. But I'm also going to switch off because we are done. This recipe calls for 1 cup of whipping cream. I am going to take the cream and just pour it in and then mix it up. This is why you can't really make this recipe in the Instant Pot, because it is going to burn. It's way too thick for the Instant Pot. And so, there we go. Yummy butter chicken. Now, I am going to make this, but I'm going to add some rice to this and some peas, frozen peas. And this is dinner tonight. Some yummy butter chicken with rice and some frozen peas. So you've learned how to make butter chicken, and you've also learned how to save a little bit of money on the groceries. Every cent really does help. And it is really useful to go check your prices before the time. It is really useful to try and find, instead of buying the ready-made stuff, to try and do it in your own way, in your own containers, and that kind of thing. So I hope that you found this helpful. And if you find value in my channel, please click the subscribe button at the bottom. Please like it and share it with your friends so that we can help others too.